This is TWiT.
Bandwidth for TWiT specials is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is an iPad mini. You've seen it before. This is the new Mini 4. This is the iPad Air. And this, get ready, is the iPad Pro. It's bigger than the Air. It's bigger than the Mini. It is the biggest iPad Apple's ever made, a 12.9-inch behemoth, giant iPad with a very high-resolution screen, 2732 by 2048. That's 264 pixels per inch. Compare this with the Surface Pro, Surface Book from Microsoft. It's about the same screen size, but the Surface Book is 3000 by 2000. So the resolutions are a little bit different. This is 4 by 3. That's 3 by 2. Apple's really trying to sell this as a laptop replacement. I'll tell you one thing. It's very apparently a ginormous iPad. The model we're looking at is the one you probably want to get. There are only two different configurations, 32 gigabytes and 128 gigabytes. 32 is probably for corporate users who don't need to put software on here. You're going to want to get 128 gigabytes. Just coming in under $1,000 if you want to add LTE. That'll be another $129 as usual. This is a very expensive device. Also a little disappointing because Apple doesn't sell the Pencil yet. That won't be out till December 7th. So if one of the things that excites you about the iPad Pro is using it for drawing, sketching, 3D CAD, you're going to have to wait about a month. For apps that aren't specifically designed for the giant screen, you just get a giant version of the app. This is Yahoo Weather. And everything's just bigger. I mean, really big. It probably doesn't need to be that big for an app like this. Apps like Google's Inbox aren't designed for it, but will at least take advantage of the fact that you can get more text on the screen. And, of course, Apple offers its own productivity apps and has updated programs like Pages to work with the iPad Pro. The thing that you'll notice immediately is it is a gorgeous high-resolution screen, really beautiful color. I think they've done a nice job of making gorgeous hardware that's very thin. You can't call it lightweight because it's big and there's a lot of glass on here. It is fairly snappy, and Apple has done some things with iOS 9 to give you a capability to run multiple applications. I'm still having a little difficulty. One thing that getting the let me open a few things at once, and maybe that'll help. One thing that hello, there we go. So you can have multiple windows on it. Because the screen is so big, you can in fact have two kind of in effect full pages side by side. It's not a it's a tiled windowing interface, not an overlapping window interface. So I think this is going to take some getting used to. It's certainly not the equivalent of a desktop operating system like OS 10 or Windows. It's iOS and, iOS 9 specifically. There are a couple of keyboard choices. Apple's own keyboard is available. I didn't get that because I thought at $169 it was a little pricey. Apple is also selling a new keyboard from Logitech called the Create. And what's interesting about this is this keyboard isn't a Bluetooth keyboard. Of course, because this is a Bluetooth device, by the way, very difficult getting this into the case right. Well, you get the idea. It has the same pins on the keyboard as on the bottom of the Apple keyboard case. So the keyboard doesn't have any batteries. It's powered by the iPad, backlit. And unlike the Apple keyboard, $20 less, and it has dedicated buttons for iOS. It's got a home button, it's got a keyboard button, it's got a lock button, and a few other specialized commands like go to home screen, search, and switch app that are dedicated to the iPad. So if you're going to choose a keyboard, if you want a keyboard, and you want a case too. This is I guess a pretty good combination. Although compare that with Apple's MacBook or even a MacBook Air, and you'll say it's thicker, it's heavier, it's more ungainly, and frankly, I don't think it's as functional. So there's some question about whether Apple's desire to sell this as a laptop replacement will make sense for anybody, but people who are using specifically apps that are designed to work with the pencil or designed to work with a giant touch screen. A good example might be GarageBand, which really does give you much more capability on a screen of this size to handle larger compositions and so forth. Let's open it up here and you can see. Man, that's a big screen. So, you know, I guess this makes sense. If you have a lot of tracks, it would make sense. Let's, you know, I mean, that's kind of cool, right? It's a different experience. Let's put it that way. You can see I'm a really great musician. It's got the fingerprint reader, but it doesn't have 3D touch, so you can press as hard as you want. Nothing's going to happen. That's because in order to do the digitizer for the pencil, they had to eliminate the 3D touch capability. I think until the pencil comes out, it's really hard to evaluate whether this is something totally new and exciting or just a iPad on steroids. The speakers are interesting. There's 4 of them. Sound quality is very good. It only uses 2 at a time, but the reason there's 4 is so that you can rotate it, and the music will continue to be left-right stereo even while you're rotating it. I feel like this is an interesting product. Probably not something I'd run out and get. I'll have a more thorough review for you in weeks to come. I'm sure it'll be great for some games. This is going to be the ultimate goat simulator game platform. Any game that's touch-focused will be fantastic on this. If you're a Hearthstone fanatic, and I know a lot of you are, I think this is going to be kind of an amazing way to play Hearthstone. And with the music quality coming out of the speakers, the amazing screen,
Welcome to the end, friend.
I think you might have a great experience. Is it worth $1,000? Well, that's going to be up to you. I'll give you a full review in weeks to come. But my initial reaction is it's probably worth waiting at least until the pencil is available and until software that's designed specifically to take advantage of the iPad Pro starts to emerge. There are some apps already, like Paper from 53, but for right now, a lot of apps just look giant and blown up. That's the new iPad Pro. Pretty amazing new product from Apple. By the way, battery life is absolutely 10 hours. I charged this up 2 hours ago, and it's still at 100%. So even though I've been playing with it quite a bit. So I think this is going to get a pretty decent battery life. Certainly something to keep your eye on. Probably not something you're going to want to run out and spend $1,000 on.